6:47, time for the morning rush. An investigation is underway after an Albuquerque police officer shot a suspected robber. Now, according to APD, there were 2 armed robberies that officers responded to early yesterday afternoon in northwest Albuquerque. APD says the 2 men were seen, one of which had a gun. And when the officer caught up to them, they say that one of them tried to run and an officer shot 1 round, hitting him. That man is recovering now in the hospital. The owners of an Old Town store are thanking the community that's for helping police suspect a thief, but disappointed that he is back out on the street. Police say on December the 8th, 33-year-old Brian Bettis broke in and stole thousands of dollars worth of Pokemon cards. That was from Old Town Hobby Shop. Now, Bettis was arrested on Friday, but has since been released on his own recognizance because prosecutors did not file for pretrial detention. Santa Fe food truck is now back in business. This came after it lost thousands of dollars of equipment in a burglary. Now, in early November, Yala Shawarma had its money box and other expensive equipment stolen. And while the truck itself was trashed on the inside. Well, the food truck reopened last week after raising several thousands of dollars through a GoFundMe. Police are still looking for those responsible. Ryan.
Patchy fog in southeast New Mexico, 7-mile visibility in Carlsbad and air temperature 29. 8-mile visibility in Hobbs and air temperature 34 degrees. Elsewhere, good visibility, some passing clouds, even some very light rain, wet snow showers. Most of that not reaching the ground. That'll move east today. It'll be a little bit cooler ahead, leading up to maybe snowy Christmas for some northern areas.
The suspected driver in a Santa Fe hit and run is waking up behind bars this morning. And while on a walk with her children in Santa Fe, is when Monique Maez was killed in that crash. Now, the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office says that Mario Israel Mendez is suspected of killing Maez and injuring her 2 children on Paseo de Nopal in October. Police say that he was then found and arrested in El Paso and now waiting to be transferred here back to New Mexico. The New Mexico State Land Office is now calling for the protection of the Caja del Rio Plateau in the hopes of preventing further desecration of the area. An executive order bans mining and the construction of large transmission lines on state lands that's located on the Caja del Rio Plateau. This comes after BioPark's Naughty and Nice list. Joining this year's naughty list is Triton, the Malayan tiger, who the BioPark says is getting several lumps of coal this Christmas. Meanwhile, Wilson, the alligator snapping turtle, is going to be on the nice list, and they say that Wilson has settled into her temporary home while her habitat undergoes renovations. Ryan.
Very cute there. And we're going to be watching some snow as we head closer to Christmas, especially in the San Juan Mountains through Thursday morning, even eventually in the Northeast Highlands, several inches in the high peaks, even Santa Fe getting some snow flurries potentially on Christmas Day. Colder air after the next couple of days.
There are some Social Security changes coming that they were co-sponsored by New Mexico's 2 U.S. senators. They're now heading on to President Biden's desk to be signed into law, rather. Well, the Social Security Fairness Act that has now been passed by the Senate, and that bill seeks to repeal 2 provisions that in existing law that reduce the Social Security benefits for public employees. Now, if signed, full benefits would then be restored for those public servants. Albuquerque's last-minute shoppers, they were given the chance to find the perfect gift. Yesterday, dozens of vendors were at Canteen Brewhouse's Merry Mingle Holiday Jingle event and offering up anything you could think of to buy. The event was also an adoption for Cross My Paws Animal Rescue. Pet parents, they were able to get their pet's picture taken with Santa, and the proceeds from those pictures went to support Cross My Paws. Ryan.
It was a fun event yesterday. Taking a look at traffic right now. No major accidents or slowdowns to be reported around the Albuquerque Metro. There's a live look at the Big I. A relatively quiet morning, not too bad with some passing cars moving very quickly. We'll have more updates later today.
Well, scientists have discovered why red wine causes intense hangovers. For some, University of California, Davis scientists say that red wine contains a lot of the compound quercetin. Well, that affects the body's ability to process alcohol, causing inflammation and headaches. Red wine has more of that because the skin of the grape is left on longer in the fermentation process.
And now it's time for the 5 facts. And at number 5, we're getting a look at the newest additions to the ABQ BioPark's Naughty and Nice list. Now, joining this year's naughty side is Triton, the Malayan tiger who the biopark says is getting several lumps of coal this Christmas. According to the biopark, they say Triton thinks the pool in the Asia tiger habitat is for two things. One, swimming, and two, well, going number 2. Now, meanwhile, Wilson the alligator snapping turtle is this year's latest addition to the nice list. They say Wilson has settled in well to her temporary home while her habitat undergoes renovations.
And number 4, the owners of an Old Town store are thanking the community, and that is for helping police find a suspected thief. But they're disappointed that he is back out on the street. Old Town Hobbies and Games was burglarized back on December the 8th. Police say 33-year-old Brian Bettis broke in and stole thousands of dollars worth of Pokemon cards. Bettis was arrested on Friday, but has since been released on his own recognizance. That's because the prosecutors did not file for pretrial detention. Bettis is facing felony, burglary, larceny, and property damage charges.
And at number 3, mild in the short term, but drier in the longer term after a potential snowstorm on Christmas. There's a live look at Albuquerque, colorful skies and clouds, preluding to weather changes to come.
At number 2, the suspected driver in a Santa Fe hit and run is waking up behind bars this morning. While on a walk with her children in Santa Fe, Monique Maez was killed in that crash. Now, the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office says that Mario Israel Mendez is suspected of killing Maez and injuring her 2 children. That was on Paseo de Nopal in October. Police say that he was found in El Paso, Texas, and arrested on Friday evening. The charges he is now facing include 2 counts of child abuse, duty to give information and render aid, as well as tampering with evidence. And at number 1, an investigation is underway after an APD officer shot an armed robbery suspect. According to APD, there were 2 armed robberies that officers responded to yesterday. APD says the 2 men were seen, one of which had a gun. A few hours later, officers say that they found the suspects near Carlisle and Montgomery. And when they approached, police say that one of them surrendered while the other suspect with a gun fled. He was ordered to drop the weapon. That's when at least one officer fired a shot, striking him. He was taken to the hospital. APD says they're working to confirm their identities and criminal history. Stay tuned for CBS Mornings next on KRQE, or join us at 7 a.m. on Fox, New Mexico.